Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland,
the final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the Southpaw in his third season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
For the second consecutive season, Tua is a starter and Miami is a team. Both had winning records, but missed the playoffs. His numbers, they weren't terrific. Only 2,600 yards and 16 touchdowns against 10 interceptions. But he also overcame fractured ribs early in the season to return and play well down the stretch. And don't forget, when he did come back, he led Miami to 6 straight wins, which kept them in the playoff race.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to pass, Tua. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big 30-yard play on third. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run with Mostert up the middle. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Always got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Tua going to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
75 yards rushing for it as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Birdie off the play fake.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll go option to the short side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. On 2nd down, Cook. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Brock Purdy.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They fell last week to the Jets, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive. They start the drive with Cook. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Purdy. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Purdy. And that is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Purdy from the gun. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Purdy will look to throw again here. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's going to get this down near the 25. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
To throw again on second down.
Purdy. That's complete to McBride. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On first down, it's Purdy.
He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down.
Purdy now to throw. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Purdy to throw it on first down. He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Dalvin Cook
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 21-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
3 yards remain for second down. Now Purdy.
That's caught right side by Anderson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Purdy's throw complete to McBride.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got Anderson on the slant. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Cook now off the read option.
They find some open field here. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
He's going to keep this again.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Trey McBride.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore.
And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's the tight end Hurst with it.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Now Tua. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And again, it's Tagovailoa. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Here's Mostert.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, his 1st rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
Down inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. And out come the Dolphins now.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here on target to Hurst.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Throwing again on second down.
Tua,
a good throw here, finding Pascal.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Tua now on first down.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On first down, Tagovailoa. And this is Parker, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And it's incomplete.
He was looking for Raheem Mostert there.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Hayden Hurst, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Parkey with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So that drives 7 plays in length. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
Tagovailoa. And this is caught by Parker. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Tua to throw.
comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Tua on 4th down. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Tua. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll find Parker again, complete. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Here's Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parker. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Tua. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet in? And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review, and this being inside. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Parkey adds the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Well, a couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the Ravens, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they will fall to 1-1, and they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.